Hello and God bless you. Well, today we continue our 30-day study of the book of Psalms. Today we are on day 27, and we're going to read Psalm 120 through Psalm 134. It's 15 chapters, but I'm excited for this because whenever I was first trying to think of how to read out the study the book of Psalms, I thought about maybe doing 5 chapters a day and maybe picking and choosing some of Psalm 19, because I didn't want to give you, overwhelm you, because, it's, as you see there, 176 verses. And, then I started looking at, I was trying to find a way to break down the Bible, and that's how we come up with that 5-section thing that we've seen numerous times. And we're on the last part of that, starting with Psalms 107. But also, so that's starting to me think, okay, maybe I could, break up the Psalms in these 5 things and maybe read half of what each section said each time we do a video, and maybe break it up into 10 chapters. And I thought, well, maybe we'll do Psalm 119 one day, and that'd be just dedicated just that only, and then kind of break up the other part, so maybe like 11 videos or something. Then then I started seeing, as I was reading about the sections being broken up, I seen how they broke it up into the 30 days, and of course that's, I looked it up, and that's what we're doing now. But these Psalms we're reading today, Psalm 120 through 134, are some of my favorites, and we'll explain why in a minute. But anyway, I was doing this, I wanted to make sure that we got these 15 chapters together in one video, even if that's all I did in one video. And I think this is probably close to 100 verses when you add all these up for these 15 chapters. Well, maybe not exactly 100, because we got some, some different slides here. But basically, we had, a lot going on with it, but I wanted to do these, and these are the Psalms of Ascent. And I'm going to kind of go ahead and kind of explain to you what that means. You'll see it says in each one of at the start of each chapter. But the city of Jerusalem is on a hill, and it said that the Jewish worshippers would sing these psalms as they ascended up the hill, as they were walking on the road up to Jerusalem to attend the 3 main feasts of the Lord, which God commanded them in Deuteronomy 16:16. And we have that right here. It says, 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles, and they shall not appear before the Lord empty. And see, what this is telling us is that during Passover, which is why Jesus was in Jerusalem when he was crucified, because as a Jewish male, he was commanded by God 3 times a year to come up to the temple to worship God. And actually the book of John has a lot of Jesus' times that he visited Jerusalem in his 3.5 years of his ministry. And then the Feast of Weeks, which is Pentecost, as we know, That's when the Spirit of the Lord came down when they were up in the upper room or in the temple, wherever you may believe that they were. And the second one's in the Feast of Tabernacles, which happens later in the year for us, around September or so. But aside from that, others think that it's the Levites, which are the Jewish priests, that they would sing them as they ascended the 15 steps to minister at the temple in Jerusalem. So each chapter, as they're waiting, as they're climbing steps, they're singing each chapter. With each step they take, each step on, like when you're walking up a staircase. 15 steps of, going up to the temple. They're quoting these chapters. As for how the Psalms or songs of ascent started, we really don't know. Some say that it was at the dedication of Solomon's temple. Others say it was a celebration after Nehemiah rebuilt the Jerusalem walls. Others think that it might be related to the pilgrimage of the Jews after the Babylonian captivity. But anyway you slice it, to me, it just makes the word come to life. This is not just 15 chapters we're reading just to be reading 15 chapters. These chapters, they mean something. People, this is, when we read these 15 chapters, that's what these people were doing when they would come up to worship God. Whether it's walking up the road to get to Jerusalem, or walking up the steps as they're going to the temple, they're quoting these 15 chapters as they're making their way to appear before God. And as we see here, Psalm 120 and 121 is unnamed. Of course, we know David wrote Psalm 122 and 124, 123 and 125 and 126 are written by an unnamed author. And Solomon, I believe it is, wrote 127. 128 through 130 is unknown. David wrote 33. And the unknown authors wrote 134. Anyway, I was trying to follow the bouncing ball there to kind of give you who read them. It's kind of all over the place, so I apologize for that. But let's get into it. The Psalms of Ascent. I really love these 15 chapters, and they're not very long. I mean, altogether with all these slides, they're a little over 100 slides, but there's not much to them. Let's get into it. This is the Song of Degrees. In my distress I cried unto the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips, and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee, or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty, with coils of juniper. Sorry, I mispronounced that word. Woe is me that I sojourn in Mesh. Sorry, I'm probably going to trip over that word. Apologize about that. That I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long dwelt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Now to Psalm 121. A song of degrees. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall never slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Here's Psalm 122, the first one we see of the Psalm of Ascent of David. And I love this verse right here. A psalm of degrees of David. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I love that. I love to be in the house of the Lord. If it's a house of the Lord where Jesus is the true one living God, and he was born and died and was raised again for us, and they believe in the power of the blood, I don't care where you're at. I love to be in the house of the Lord, whether it's home church or the church I'm visiting while I'm out vacation somewhere or whatever. I love to be in the house of the Lord. Feel His presence. Anyways, go on to the next verse. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together. Whether the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Lord. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love thee. Peace be within thy walls, and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brethren and company's sake, I will now say, peace be within thee. Because of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek thy good. Now on to Psalm 123, a psalm of degrees. Unto thee I lift mine eyes, O thou that dwellest in heaven. Behold, as the eyes of the servants look into the hand of their masters, and as the eyes of the maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon the Lord our God, until that he had made mercy upon us. That he have mercy on us, until that he have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Lord. Have mercy upon us, for we are exceedingly filled with contempt. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. The Psalm of Degrees of David. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone all over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, who hath given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snares of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Yes, and I tell you, whenever you go through a trial, you'll experience that. 125, a song of degrees. They that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so is the Lord round about his people, from henceforth even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hand unto iniquity. Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Israel. Now on to 126. A song of degrees. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Now on to 127. A song of degrees for Solomon. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are a heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of the mighty man, so are the children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Now on to 128. A song of degrees. Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, and walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hand. Happy shalt thou be, and it shall be well with thee. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thine house, thy children like olive plants round about thy table. Behold, that thus shall the man be blessed that feareth the Lord. The Lord shall bless thee out of Zion, and thou shalt see the good of Jerusalem all the days of thy life. Yea, thou shalt see thy children's children, in peace upon Israel. A song of degrees. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, may Israel now say. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plow upon my back, they made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous, he hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which wherewith afore it groweth up, wherewith the mowers filled not his hand, nor he that biteth sheaves his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. Now on to 130, a song of degrees. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication. If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul doeth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. He shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. Now on to 131. A song of degrees of David. Lord, my heart is not haughty, nor my eyes lofty, neither do I exercise myself in great matters or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Let Israel hope in the Lord from henceforth and forever. Now on to Psalm 32, a song of degrees. Lord, remember David and all his afflictions, how he swore unto the Lord and vowed unto the mighty God of Jacob. Surely I will come into the tabernacle of my house. Surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house, nor go up into my bed. I will not give sleep to my eyes, or slumber my eyelids, until I find out a place for the Lord, a habitation for the mighty God of Jacob. Lo, we heard of it at Euphrates. We found it in the fields of the wood. We will go into his tabernacles. We will worship at his footstool. Arise, O Lord, unto thy rest, thou in the ark of thy strength. Let thy priests be clothed with righteousness, and let thy saints shout for joy. For thy servant David's sake, turn not away the face of thine anointed. The Lord hath sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body I will set upon thy throne. If thy children will keep my commandment and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore. For the Lord hath chosen Zion, he hath desired it for his habitation. This is my rest forever, here will I dwell. I have desired it. I will abundantly bless her provision. I will satisfy her poor with bread. I will also clothe her priests with salvation, and her saints shall shout aloud for joy. There will I make the horn of David to bud. I have ordained a lamp for my anointed. His enemies will I clothe with shame, but upon himself shall his crown flourish. Now we're on to 33. 2 more chapters here. This is Psalm degrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like precious ointment upon the head, that rained down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garment, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descendeth upon the mountain of Zion. For there the Lord commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Now on to 34. A song of degrees. Behold, bless ye the Lord, all ye servants of the Lord, which by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary, and bless the Lord. The Lord that make heaven and earth, bless thee out of Zion. And there we go. We're done with day 27. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give God glory. Don't take what I say, read the word for yourself. There's some good stuff that you can pack in there. Study it out if you like and read all about the Psalms of Ascent. I really find them interesting. Hope you did as well. Anyway, I love you. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow. God willing.